June 19th. That's this week, don't you know? HarlandWilliams.com for more info. Angie, what's up?
Hi. I have a question. I got something going on with my boyfriend. He pretty much has an issue with cheating, but in a really weird way. It's not... Basically, he likes to write to girls, like, over the internet. And he doesn't even, from what I know and what he's told me, like, he doesn't act on it. He just gets off on... I don't know if it's a conversation. He used the word attention, which kind of interested me. And he'll just copy and paste these messages to a bunch of girls, and I guess he just gets off on the responses and seeing who responds and with what. And so I talked to him about it, and he wants to get in. I guess it has something to do with his mom, who throughout his life has abandoned him and his younger brother.
Right.
Which he's never... He mentions it, but he's never seen anyone about it. And I know that when he was younger, I mean, his mom and dad were settling out in court. His dad wanted him to go see a therapist, but the mom said that the kids were fine and they didn't need it.
Yeah, well, he did.
Now,
yeah, so look, here's the deal. The real problem with these guys is they usually end up meeting these people. Yeah, why would they do it? That's usually where it goes. So if it hasn't happened, it's going to happen. And a way to look at this is a sexual addiction. It's
right, and well, I went out of town this weekend after I found out, and he stayed back here, and I guess he got online and was looking up sex addiction, and he was like, you know what, this is a problem, and I need to handle it, I need to get into some therapy, and
excellent.
Printed out a bunch of stuff. Yeah, and I was actually like pretty happy to come home. There's all these papers printed out, but I guess he was trying to call all these places and groups and stuff, and he said a lot of them were telling him that that's not what he has, and that one group was like faith-based, so he wasn't into that.
Well, listen, they all have some component of faith, and the issue of faith is just something that people that have addictions need to let go of control, because they have to be able to sort of jump into this process. And the only way they will do that is faith in something that the world won't unravel if they let go. And that faith piece is a critical component. So if he starts excluding things that have a concept of faith associated with it, whatever that is to him, then he's not going to get well. I'm sorry to say. I mean, there may be other ways of doing it, but it's not likely. 12-step does have a tremendous impact on these kinds of behaviors. And yes, there may be other things he can do in therapy and whatnot, but typically the behaviors continue.
And also, maybe that, you know, you guys should maybe, since you obviously, are you in love with the guy? You care about him?
Well, that was actually part of my question. Oddly enough, because I found out, this is so weird, he actually was on, like a dating site kind of thing, and, like, he told me, like, he'll copy and paste these messages and just send them to a bunch of girls. He doesn't even look at who it is, he just sends it out. Well, I guess it turned out to be my older sister's best friend who has
oh boy.
Right, so he got in trouble for that one.
Yeah.
Well, one of the things you can do, I think, is if you are in a relationship with this guy and you care about him and you guys, you know, have feelings for each other, I think it's appropriate to say, look, dismantle your Facebook, your MySpace, your Match.com.
Yes.
Just, you know, destroy the passwords and just, you know, get off of there, and then he won't have the temptation, I think, to do it.
It's also a certain kind of person that's going to be with a sex addict like this. Usually they have some component of love addiction, so you too may need a little help here.
And it is, and don't try to like diminish how serious this is, because like I love the ladies, and I'm a total sicko, and I've never even once contemplated, you know, ordering sex online or even like seeking it out.
Yeah.
Never, you're gorgeous. You don't need it. Like, I don't know if you people can't see him, but he's a handsome.
Harland's into him.
Really? No, I'm not into guys, but you are. Look, you've got the rugged chin, you got the little button nose, you got the dark brown eyes, you got the spiky hair. This guy is a super stud. He's an 11 out of 10 sitting here.
So he never has to call.
He doesn't have to worry about that. He's a hottie. This guy is a hottie. And I'm into girls too, but dude, you're a hottie.
Oh yeah.
Stop it. Stop it.
Well,
Stop it, my friend.
We're going to break this.
Stop it.
Bathroom or something?
Oh, okay. How long is the break?
Just like that.
Wow, that's pretty quick.
Like the rim of a pop can long enough?
I got some poppers and apple pie.
Oh, I love shrimp poppers. Have you been to Applebee's? What are you talking about?
No, these are different. These are different. Hey, Angie. But before
enough of that.
Before I digress down to homosexual lane, you need to get this guy straight. I mean, it is serious, and he's most likely got some level of sexual
He
addiction.
has no business. He has no business choosing where he's going to go. He needs to go, and it's SLA, SLAA are the programs he needs to seek out.
Okay, and well, my question also had to do with, like, you're like saying how serious it is, and I mean, as strangely as it was, I didn't cry, I didn't freak out. I was just kind of like, okay, we need to do something about it. And he even said, you know, I would love to know what Dr. Drew would have to say. I don't know if it's sex addiction, because so many people I feel like lately are blaming everything on sexual addiction, but not everyone has it, you know? So,
But go to an SLAA meeting. Go to the meeting, raise your hand, ask for help, and you see if your peers there don't think this is exactly what it is. Because he's trying to change, he's having trouble changing, he's hurting you, he's hurting himself, he wants to change and can't. That's when 12-step has a role.
And that's exactly what he said. He was like, you know, it sucks because this is one thing that I keep trying to do myself.
Yeah.
And like, oh, I'm going to prove people wrong and do it, but I'm like helpless.
Yeah.
Right.
Justified. You can only tell her, go see to these meetings.
So many times, yes.
Carly.
Nice.
What was that?
Wow.
Hey now.
Wow, that was my sister. I'm so sorry. Okay, I just wanted to let you guys know that I love your show. My son and I like to smoke bowls and listen to you guys every night.
Fantastic. Thanks, Carly.
Bulls, listen to us? Is that what you said?
Oh! I'm not listening to that Rudy roll. Go ahead, Carly.
Okay, well, I was just calling because my boyfriend has been really encouraging me to experiment with the anal.
Yeah.
And, he ended up licking my butthole the other night.
Yeah.
It was okay. It wasn't like anything special. But when
I'm not really rolling around, I'm just playing it.
No, it's an appropriate bed. Yeah.
A background bed for this lovely theme she's brought up tonight. So, Carly, what's the question?
Then he wanted me to do it to him.
And you did?
And he liked it so much that, like, he got super hard, and he was, like, ready to go after I did that.
Yeah, you licked his butthole.
Why it made him feel so much better than it did for me.
Or she didn't like it?
Well, I mean, I think
I didn't like it, but I liked it, but it wasn't, like, anything super special.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, in the bedroom, some people are into different things on the menu, and other people are into other stuff, and what floats some people's boat doesn't necessarily get other people off. I have a feeling that guys in general are more down with that than the ladies, which is odd because a guy's butthole is a much nastier area. But
he's really clean, so that's the only reason why I would ever even do that.
Yeah,
I believe Mike had his area bleached.
I did have it bleached.
Harland, got a comment about that?
You have a panda eye?
I do. I turned my cinnamon donut to a powdered donut.
Wow, why?
For the other show I work for here in LA, the Kevin and Bean Morning Show, we heard about 5 years ago when it became very popular to get bleached. They said, we got to check that out. We got to send someone down to do it. And I was like, I'll do it. It was actually kind of
So your butthole looks like Billy Idol right
It
now.
doesn't anymore because you have to consistently add.
Do you sing Eyes Without a Face when you take a movement?
I've seen it, and it snarls its lip too. It's very
Wow.
shocking. Wow. But they give you this question mark shaped brush to add the bleach to your own butthole.
Oh my God, it's got a sting like hell, man.
You know, it's actually because mine's cold.
Oh.
So it's actually like, ooh.
How are we supposed to do it?
It's like bleaching your teeth, like once or twice a month.
Oh my God.
And I used the bottle that they gave me, and I just never did it again.
Wow, if you ever get like pulled over by customs at the airport and they see that, you'll probably get booked just for that.
I know. Believe me, I didn't travel during that time, but I should have keysered something just so that someone could check out my freshly bleached and beautiful,
pristine cool.
my monotone butthole. Hey,
Wow.
Carly, relax.
Yeah.
If your man likes his butthole licked, you know what you need to do. Blaze up one of those bowls that you're smoking right now, and go back to his just motorboat his butt cheeks. And if you don't like it, that's right, sing Trololo into his butt.